Good day, YouTube. Today is Wednesday afternoon, June 7th, I think, 2017. I thought I would do a video because I've had some questions about what these old Boyertown Stepvans or Stepvans in general, what they look like when they were new. Where am I headed with this one? What's it going to look like? Ideas about doing the exterior and the interior of these old Stepvans. Mine is going to be a mobile studio, and I've had 3 different ideas of how I was going to paint it. I will get into that in a minute. I believe this Stepvan, because of what sanding I have done on this thing, I believe she started out gray. The interior's gray. It's been repainted gray, and it was a horrible job. It's all peeling off. But I think we started off gray, so even to the door jambs here, gray. Then it ended up green. That's where one time it was green, and then it went to white after that. And who knows when these things were done. This is a 1965, so you were talking 52 years of age, and these things probably sat outside every day of their life. I have seen a couple pictures of that. It's kind of a cover over the seam on the front fenders. It's where the 2 pieces come together, I think. Right behind there, the rivets are coming loose on this one. So there's 2 pieces there, so that covers the seam. I've seen that in both aluminum and in steel. Mine's in steel because it's rusting. They call these multalloy, something like that, on the, like a multiple alloy, because they build Stepvans in steel, aluminum, or a combination. And this would be a all steel. There isn't any aluminum on this that I could find. The aluminum ones are obviously pretty cool, but this one is all steel. So I believe where I'm headed is choice number 3 for paint on the exterior, and I'm going to do this in black. I know people say we got them in black, they got to be perfectly straight and all that stuff, and this thing is going to be so far from straight that it's not going to be funny. But I've seen new car hauler trailers, or trailers similar to my enclosed trailer, my car trailer here. I've seen these done in black, and yeah, they're a little wrinkly down the side, but I think it's a very professional look. And my car is black, my van is black, my Super Duty is black. I like black. So I think it has it even takes like a cheap car. You've seen the itty bitty cars, and you do one in black and they just look better. There's my Super Duty. It was just washed a week ago, but it's already dirty. So anyway, I love black. I love my black truck. I think it looks good. Even when it's a little dirty, she looks good. I think the Stepvan is going to be the same. And you put just a little bit of chrome, a little bit of flash, a little bit of break up the color a little bit here or there, or even the texture. I think it'll look good as well. So what I was thinking, like for around the grill area in this back, excuse me, I'm going to go back to either like a spray-on bed liner for the step bumper and the space between the bumper and the door. Spray and bed liner, or some spray on rubber stuff I've been experimenting with. And because this is going to be up and down, dragging speakers in and out, I'm going to fashion some sort of a ramp on the back of this thing. I just haven't quite figured that out yet, but I'm getting there. I'm dreaming it up. It's in my head. And I'll build some sort of a drop-down ramp with an electric winch to pull it back up that would work as a stage as well. So it would maybe, I was wanting to build it on the inside so it didn't show. I'm going to give up on that idea and put it outside and have the ramp fold up out here, come back down, and be able to stand on legs, or take the legs off, take it all the way to the ground so I can roll my Cushman vehicles up inside the van. That's where we're headed. Back to the color. So a lot of Stepvans have this seam rail here. Some of them have actually a rub rail or a Nerf bar, just to keep things from banging into it. So that'd be a good opportunity to do a stripe. You also have the rear cap, if you will, and a front cap. You have that piece of trim that we just looked at up here. That could be a different color. You have that bottom piece down there. which I continued when I rebuilt this step, all in steel. That could be an opportunity for a different color or different texture, even if it's like, again, just that spray on rubber. So you have I'm going to do this in a gloss black, not a flat black, but I can spray that rubber there, and that'll break that up a little bit. So I know I had to cut that window in there because I have to have windows in here to be able to work out of it, to DJ out of this. I got to be able to see what's going on in real time, and it kind of messed up the big area that I had for a sign. But it's going to have my business name on it. So I think I'll just scale it back a little bit and use the back side of this at the same level as that window, that height all the way to the back, and put part of my business name there. And then down below it, it's just going to say Mobile Studio in large letters. And I have all that space under the window, so I'm not losing everything. But not to mention that I have some space down here. I kind of want this to have just a little bit of a hot rod flare, so maybe racing stickers or something like that, or something, just a little bit of flair. The front nose on this thing's not too bad. A little body work to do on the other side. I still got to pull the glass out of it, get all new rubber. There's an outfit called Trim Lock, I think it's TRIMLOK, that has that rubber window seal, and it's very affordable. You can get like a 100-foot roll, which is, this thing's going to take close to that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fixed windows, and I'm going to use close to that. So I might just well buy it. I'll use the rest of it on other stuff. And I need to pull that glass. I have some repair to do up there that's all rusted out, and get kind of prepped and cleaned behind the glass. So a future video coming up, I bought 4 gallons of a rust converter, and it's just literally wipe it on and then paint it. So that's coming up. Hopefully this summer, knock on wood, hopefully this summer. I have all the holes cut for the lights and turn signals. I just temporarily wired them in as I was getting things functioning. So knock on wood, that's my goal for the week. I know I keep saying that, is to get those wired in, get them all soldered up, get pigtails out for clearance lights on all 4 corners of this, because this thing's going to be lit up like a Christmas tree with clearance lights. I think I've mentioned it before. We're not talking dozens, we're talking a couple hundred clearance lights. That's what I want. That's what we're going to do. The engine got it, detailed out as far as it's going to get. Belts, hoses, new alternator, fluids, vacuum hoses. I just got the Pertronics electronic ignition module in the mail yesterday, so that's featured. It actually runs really good. It's not a huge priority for me to get that in, but when I do that, I'll pull the distributor, make sure the vacuum advance is good on it and everything. There's my voltage regulator. I better set that inside to replace that. I haven't done that yet. Alternator's working fine. Again, little body work to do here. So that's, if you can just take some of these pieces here. I gotta clean this mess up, and I'm probably gonna go get a piece of like aluminum diamond plate and bond it to that, because it's all bent. It's had a 1/4 inch of Bondo on it. This side took a pretty good hit at some point. That's just the way we're going to do it. We're going to sand this thing down. We're going to put the rust converter on it. We're going to put some primer on it. We're going to sand it again, and we're going to paint it. We're just going to shoot it with the Rust-Oleum. I'll probably then come back and do the body work. Maybe I won't paint it. Maybe I'll leave it in primer for a while, get it protected. I hope for this winter to be able to put this baby in the shop, trading a car for a paint job on another car. That'll free up enough space to get this in. There's that other window. It's the best window, and there's probably been replaced, but the gasket's got an inch gap in it. So, this was a dually, and it had those little fender flare extensions on it. I took all that off, took the dual wheels off, put single wheels on it. I like to look much better. The van appears smaller, and I think that's better. I think that's it. I just wanted to answer some questions about how I was going to paint this, and mine's going to be black. Might have trim color, might have a trim texture. How were they originally? They were plain Jane, man. This was just gray. It was utility all the way. Just utility, that's all there was. Nothing fancy. But man, the sky's the limit with these. So you have all this real estate to work with. You can do a full wrap. Well, that's like $5,000-6,000, but you can do partial wraps too. So you could paint it a basic color, then you could take like a 4 foot by 8 foot section and do a wrap on it, especially if you got a business or something you want to promote. I'm going to either do mine in decals. I have a friend that has a vinyl cutter, has done decals for me in the past, or I might take and put my image on a video projector, shine it up on the Stepvan, trace it out, and hand paint it. That's an old school way. I think that would be cool as well. On the back, I don't think I'll do too much with the back because I'm hoping to have the drop down ramp deal. I may use the hinge bolts for brackets and stuff, and for the ramp support for the framework, and build something like that. That'd be a good winter project. Oh, rambling, I know. Appreciate you guys commenting because it gets me thinking too. Oh, did you guys see my, I know it's kind of just sitting out here, but I built the outside sun visor for this, and it's just kind of hanging on my garbage can. It's a horrible place for it, but I need to get that. The mount just obviously goes above the windshield. It actually looks pretty good. I need to sand that down. I'm going to hit it with that rubberized spray again. I might experiment with a couple different ones. I'm liking what I see with that. I don't want anything that reflects back at me. I want it to take the light away, not reflect it back to me. And to last real good up there, to look good. So it's going to be black, but it'll be textured black, so it'll look different than the metal it is covering. Okay, I'm rambling. You guys, thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Keep the comments coming. We'll both learn a little bit because it makes me think again. And share what you're doing with me. I'd appreciate that too. Catch you later.